So 30-day challenge is in the bag. I did it. And I did every single day, 30 days, 100% raw. That's my longest streak of fully raw with not a single unraw thing ever. So now I feel pretty good. Right now I'm in the middle of my Blessed Herbs cleanse, and so I don't feel so great because I'm doing that. But as far as doing the raw, like I really feel like I've got a much better hold on raw. I'm not going to get cocky because then, then you'll get overconfident and then you'll fall off anyway. So, but I feel really good as far as like I don't feel tempted by cooked foods, and my craving for peanut butter is gone. Chocolate still comes back once in a while. Like the cravings creep back. It's kind of weird. But the third week was definitely the hardest. The fourth week was not bad at all. The fourth week I did mostly just juicing. And then I started my cleanse. And really, I feel really good. Doing the cleanse, I feel really hungry. So that's a struggle for me, but I'm committed to doing my cleanse. And so I'm just going to get through it. The trouble will be is when I come off the cleanse to make sure I come off properly and in control and not overeat. Or eat things I shouldn't, because you push yourself to a breaking point, and I really don't want to get to that point. So I just keep not thinking about food so that I don't, so when you start to fantasize about what you can eat, it just makes it so much harder. So I have to keep like not thinking about food. So my results for my 30 days, let me tell you. So my goal was to lose like 15 pounds or something, and I lost 2, which is kind of like, wow, 2 pounds. Yay. But really, like, I'm okay with that because I feel more solid in my diet, and I feel more in control, and I feel happy and content. And I know the weight's going to come off eventually, and it might just take a little time, and that's okay. As far as measurements, because I took my measurements, I told you guys. And so the measurement above my bust, I lost 1.25 inches, which is pretty good. My goals are to get to where I was before I got pregnant, and so the amount that I still have to go above my bust is 1.5 inches. So I'm about halfway there. On my bust, I lost 3/4 of an inch, and I still have 1.25 inches to go on that one. So hopefully that one will come down. Below the bust line, that's like right around your rib cage, essentially. I lost 1/2 inch, so I still have 2 inches to go on that one. My waist, I lost 2 3/4 inches. That one I'm happy about because that makes my pants fit better. But I still have 3 inches to go on that one. My belly button measurement, I lost 1.5 inches, which is great, but when you realize that I have to lose 5 more inches, I got a ways to go on that one. And that's pregnancy, and I just got to deal with that and wait for it to shrink and keep working on it. Above my hips, I lost 1 inch, and I still have 3 inches to go on that. My hips, I only lost 1/4 inch. I told you, like, it's mostly just my bone structure and stuff. So I still have 2 1/4 inches to go on my hips. Let's see. My left thigh, my thighs stayed the same. So I still have 1.5 inches to lose on both of them. My calves, I lost 3/4 of an inch on both of them. So I have nothing left to lose on my calves. My calves are back to where they were before I got pregnant. Yay! And then my arms, I didn't lose anything on my arms, and so I have 1.5 inches to lose on my arms. My arms are always like the struggle. They're like the last thing to shrink. And then my fat pinch went from an 8 to a 6, and I'd like to get back down to, I was at a 2 before I got pregnant. I'd like to get to at least a 4 to a 2, somewhere in there. So total inch loss for the 30 days was 9.5 inches. So that's great. And then I have 24 inches left to lose. That's gulp. That's a bit much, but I'll get there. It's all good. So that is my 30-day challenge update. So now what is my next step? Well, my next step is I'm doing another 30 days. I'm just going to roll it into another 30 days and another 30 days and another 30 days. And hopefully it will just, a year will pass and I will have been 100% raw. I put another chart up on my bathroom mirror with the new 30 days. And I'm going to keep tracking it. I find that when I post it and track it, I am much more accountable, and because I see it, I want to keep it consistent, and so that really helps me. And so that's where we're at. And I will have to say, though, that it is so much harder to, if you're trying to go raw, to do raw and then have a little slip up, like a little bite of this or a little bite of that, and then keep trying to do raw because, you know, now that I've done the 30 days, I just feel so much more just in control and just cleaned out and able to stick to the way I want to eat and not feel like, because like sometimes it's still hard when I cook dinner for the family, okay? But there would be times when I would be cooking dinner for the family and it was like so hard that I would just take a bite or eat something else, and then I wouldn't want my veggies or my salad or whatever. Like when you eat those bad things, you just don't want the good things. You only want the bad things. And so now when I cook dinner for the family, yeah, maybe sometimes it smells good, but I don't feel tempted to eat it. Like I don't have to sit there and think like in my head, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. Like I don't have to keep reminding myself. It's more like, why would I eat it? I'm not going to eat that. That's not my food. So that part has definitely gotten stronger, like better. And it's just easier to not be tempted by those foods. Whereas when I would like eat some peanut butter or something else or a chocolate chip or whatever, then it would be so much easier to be like, oh, I'm just going to eat some pretzels and I'm just going to eat some bread and I'm just going to eat some whatever, and then I'll be like, well, I might as well just eat the rice because it's better than the pretzels, like it's a very slippery slope. And I see it going on with my daughter right now because she has been trying to do raw and she does pretty well. She's about, I don't know, maybe 80% raw, 75. And she has been starting to eat some cooked food and it's a slippery slope. I can see her just going for all the bad stuff that before she wouldn't even touch. And now her cravings are out of control. And it's just interesting how me and my daughter are on opposite spectrums, because I just finished the 30 days and totally clean. And she is starting to go down the slippery slope. And I can just see how hard it is for her to stick to the healthier eating and how she doesn't want, the stuff that she used to love, like the tomatoes and stuff. She's like, meh. So here I bought all this produce for her, and it's going bad because I'm not eating it because I'm doing a cleanse. But so if you have a desire to truly be raw, like really just set a goal for a certain amount of days and just stick with it. Like I know it's hard. And so on those days when when it was really hard and I was like seriously like staring at the peanut butter or the goodies or whatever, I just thought to myself, no, you're going to do this for 30 days. You're going to do this. And so I didn't eat it. And instead of eating that, there were many nights where I ate a bunch of dates or walnuts and dates but I didn't do any chocolate, see, because the cocoa was a problem for me. And I even made like these kind of like the raw brownie bites, but instead of using cocoa, I put in coconut and some lime juice, I think. Or did I? I think I did. No, I did vanilla. I did coconut and vanilla, walnuts and dates, and blended it up just like the fudge and ate it like that. And I ate more than I should have, for sure. I mean, I didn't feel great after eating that, but I stayed to my word and I stayed raw. So that part was really critical to me. It was just keeping the promise to myself and sticking to raw. And then eating that, it didn't trigger further cravings. After I ate that, I was like, oh, I'm done. And then the next day I didn't feel, maybe I felt a little heavier, but not like when you wake up and you're just like ravenous and wanting sugar. It wasn't like that. And there was, that second week, maybe even the first week, I did that for about 2 weeks. And then it diminished. And then I felt more balanced. And then I was able to eat healthier. Like I went straight into just juicing. And I felt great on the juicing. So to go from ravenous and give me all the junk to I feel happy on juice, that's a big change. So and it took 30 days. It took less than 30 days, So just stick with it. You can do it. Just commit to yourself that you can do it. Just for however long. It really took to that 4th week, because that 3rd week was tough. It was tough, and I wanted cooked food again. Even though in the 2nd week I didn't. So get to that 4th week, get through that 4th week, and it'll be so much easier. You can do it. So I'm looking forward to hearing from everyone this week, see how everyone's doing. We can do this. We really can. We can reach our goals. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.